So I'm just gonna hit record now, and so we'll be recording my screen in the background, and then we're just gonna go through some of these accounts for BitClub. So I just want to welcome you, Ricardo Ferrari. Thank you so much for your time, brother. I really appreciate you coming on board here to have a quick investigation on what we're doing, how we're doing it, and why we're doing it. And what I want to share with you is basically some old accounts that have been in have been in BitClub Network from the very beginning. And we're gonna do a Q&A. So you stop me when you have a question, okay? Or if you want to talk about anything here.
All right, absolutely. Take it away, Joe.
All right. So this account here specifically was opened in October 16, 2014. And if you notice that our accounts have a 1,000-day contract on them, and the contract has expired. This contract has expired because it passed 1,000 days already. What's important to understand is that we have what they call an auto repurchase in here. This repurchase that I'm alluding over here on the left-hand side under mining pools, the repurchase happens automatically. And this account is set at 50-50 for the 500. It's set at 60 for the 1,000. And it's set at 70-30 for the 2,000. These accounts, you can take out 70, 60, and 50% of each account every day of all the Bitcoin mining that's earned on the passive side. No sponsorship required. If you notice, this account started off at one share. So I'm looking at mining pool number one. It originally started with one, now it's two. Pool number two started with one, now it's 1.7871. And pool number three is 1.4955. If you go to the top of the page a little bit higher, you're going to see mining pool earnings. On the left-hand side, it says earned 16.88629 BTC. That is the total gross earnings of this account. A person joined it for $3,600. They never sponsored or built a business. This account just passively built mining over and over and over again, repurchased, expired, repurchased. And it still goes on. It's perpetuity. It goes on forever. As long as there's Bitcoin mining, this account will be active. Now, what did it pay out? The payout is 10.78724 Bitcoin. Now, if you take that number at today's price of $2,700, you're looking at roughly around $30,000. So a person came in for 3,600, and they passively, actively mined for the last 1,000 days, and they churned their 3,600 into $30,000 worth of Bitcoin. Now, the best part is it doesn't end there. There's many other things that go along with this. This repurchase of 6.09 Bitcoins will continue paying this individual even if they pull out every ounce of money from the account. This account will start all over again every day, always paying out 50, 40, and 30% will be repurchased. 50, 60, and 70 will be cashed out every day. Now, you're welcome to pull out every amount of money we pay you every day. Let me go to this account really quick and show you that this account has a total of 11.70536 Bitcoins. And someone would ask, well, you just showed me 10 point something Bitcoins. Where did the other Bitcoin come from? Well, this account came from the original founder position. If you go back to the original founder position, I'm clicking on the top right corner. It says founder. And you'll see that the founder 1 bonus was sold out and founder 2 bonus was sold out. This account got 1% of all the Bitcoin mined. You can see the table of history, and you can see all these accounts have been sold out, but 1 and 2 have a lifetime payment. These are very rare accounts because they were the first accounts of the year that we built BitClub Network. This account has accumulated over a Bitcoin in monthly earning profit sharing. Additionally, nothing to do with the Bitcoins that you do the mining. This is because they were first in. The first 1,000 accounts that we established, founders, we gave them 1%, then 0.5%, and then 0.5%, I believe, for the first 1,000 accounts. For the first 500 got 1%. The next 500 got 0.5%. And then after that, we created a coin called Club Coin. But I don't want to get into that just yet. Do you have any questions really quick, Ricardo?
No, this is great. So this is when the company started. How would you relate this into an expectation of today?
So if a person would join us today, I'm not going to say for equal amount of dollar value. Bitcoin value. Let's just say that same dollar value, $3,600. Let's look at an account that maybe has done things differently on this account. So time frame, meaning this account had all the benefits of increasing its repurchases. It had all the benefits of the first 1,000 shares or 500 shares. And if a person comes in today for the same value, $3,600, they're getting what they call the Founder 12 bonus. Now that's the next 2,000 founding members are going to receive 2,000 shares to CoinPay. Now the CoinPay tokens are very unique. That's an additional bonus that is a public company that's being registered. It's actually registered in Hong Kong and China. Our CEO, her name is Jane Wu. You can see a great video on that. Now, the cool thing is that over the next few days, we're taking full advantage of the Bitcoin network going through its next growth spurt, where Bitcoin just went to a soft fork or a hard fork, depending on what you want to call it. And just like Ethereum, there's two coins now, Ethereum and Ethereum Classic. Well, today there's Bitcoin and there's Bitcoin Cash. This is really, really awesome timing, and we'll probably have to get into this later on. But back to CoinPay. CoinPay is a very unique platform that we built, and CoinPay has a very wonderful strategy. What is it? It's a merchant platform processing alternate coins and Bitcoin into fiat currency. Now, all of our members who joined us today are receiving 2,000 shares that will be openly traded on the cryptocurrency market. Now, we know two things. Before you can prove your method, before you can sell your method to people, you need to prove it. So BitClub Network is not like a simple ICO platform for CoinPay. We designed a system that's set up on a usability, a provability system. So why not be the first people to use CoinPay? So currently, over the next 3 days, BitClub Network, all of its invoicings, every invoice that we do every day in and out will be using the CoinPay platform. And so we'll be the first customer to CoinPay, in essence, proving that if we can handle it at $50 million in sales a month, at millions and millions of dollars of payouts weekly to the Bitcoin miners, millions of dollars paid out to the Ethereum miners, the Zcash, the Monero, all these other things that we do, we're going to run every invoice through CoinPay. This is exciting times, just an FYI. And I'm really happy to have you on this call right now, Ricardo, because you of many people will understand how timing with experience can truly make something very special. And I'm going to show you how special BitClub Network is. And I'm going to try to do this in a very short window, but there's a lot of information to go through. Do you have any questions on CoinPay or its token?
No, this is great. Yeah, I do have a couple of questions on CoinPay. This is related to one of your blockchains. Am I right?
So CoinPay is actually a platform we built, just like we built our own coin called Clubcoin. Clubcoin was a cryptocurrency on the open market. CoinPay is relating to one of our divisions. It's an offshoot division of BitClub Network. And since all of BitClub Network are the owners of BitClub Network, we're tokenizing the franchise CoinPay, and we're letting every member participate in the ownership of it. And so this is an entirely new division. It's almost a year and a half, and millions of dollars in R&D and actual development of it. We are a big sponsor of the FinTech Bitcoin convention in Korea every year, where pretty much everybody from around the world comes together every year at the end of the year and shows what they're doing, how they're doing it. Great lectures, lots of good stuff. We are going to be the landers for the neck and the bag sponsors. So you're going to see BitClub and CoinPay and Clubcoin everywhere at this event on the 30th. I think it's the 30th of November to the 2nd of December. You're not going to want to miss that event. It's going to be incredible. We'll be debuting CoinPay for the second time there. This time with our system as a proven method, and some other really cool stuff happening.
It sounds great. Now, this is like a merchant account similar to credit cards, but related to cryptocurrency. In other words, when you go to a place, I don't know, like McDonald's, for example, where you have the little terminal where you put in your chip card.
Yes.
Next to it, you're going to have a terminal for CoinPay if you want to pay on cryptocurrency. Is this kind of relation correct?
Yes. It's basically another form of payment that will just piggyback right onto every merchant and website who accepts currency for any form of payment, micropayment or large payments. The cool part about CoinPay is that unlike other merchants or other crypto acceptance platforms, they have to register in every country. Our system is reverse engineered where our merchant is who's registered. CoinPay doesn't ever take any currency. CoinPay actually does what they call a escrow, and so we actually don't even touch the money. The merchant has to release the money to us in an escrow. So we take a 1% sliver of every transaction that happens, and the merchant receives his fiat currency in whatever exchange rate he chooses to deal that in, or he can keep the currencies, which is what we're going to educate people on, is keeping some of these currencies and using profitability to replace their purchases and the things they sold. So yeah, there's a lot to do around CoinPay. I don't want to get too much into it, but I can tell you one thing: it's very, very exciting, and it's a $1 billion deal by itself.
It sounds great, and it will be integrated into our compensation plan, right?
Absolutely, you'll have referral bonuses, and all the whole process will be here. Now, what I want to share with you really quick, back to this account. This account, you can see that it's earned 11.7 Bitcoin. But I want you to understand where the money comes from. It comes from Bitcoin mining. And this is a data that can be tracked and monitored every day. And you'll see here that it's making Bitcoin every single day. These little orange tags that say pool, that's coming from the Bitcoin mining pool. Now, just to prove this person hasn't sponsored anybody, I want to go to the level up on the sponsorship. And the level up is what is considered our compensation code system. If there's nobody in your level up, then you have nobody to make any money off of. Now, the second way a person could make money would be, let's say, a binary commission. And if you happen to have a person left and right in your business, and well, she's not even qualified here, so you can't make any money, so you see zeros. There's no money here. This account has nobody in it. There's nobody to document any sponsorship. There's nothing. It's a very simple business model. And how do you reference BitClub Network's earnings? It's very easy. Anyone who's in the industry of cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin, they know that we have a third-party website that is ran by a team of experts who are a nonprofit. Now, I'm on the page 1 where it says latest blocks. The age is 26 to 47 minutes. It says relayed by who it is, F2 Pool, BTC Pool, BTC.com, BitClub Network, BTCC Pool. Now, the cool part is that we, 46 minutes ago, received a block of 12.5 Bitcoin. Now, the cool thing is this page shows you how many transactions per day, how much the price of Bitcoin, all the activity, the market cap of Bitcoin, the hash rate of Bitcoin. And if you click on BitClub Network, the blue, it'll take you to the most recent blocks found by BitClub Network. Now, the cool thing is it just churned the second over here in Japan, and we received one of the first blocks of the morning. And you can see in the last 24 hours, we received for the first, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you count today as 24 hours, it's actually 8 blocks of Bitcoin. Now, what are those blocks and how do you verify it's BitClub Network? Well, our name is right on top, and on the left-hand side is a reference of every block. And if you go to a website built by us to help our members understand that, you go to BitClub Pool. You go to BitClub Pool, and you can actually see all of our pool stats. On the top of the page, you'll see we're running around 275.44 petahash of equipment. The last block we received, you see the block number right there. You see the math difficulty is 860 billion transactions per second. If you pull on pool stats, you're going to find how long it takes us to receive a block, how many blocks do you see. The pool is very crazy right now, the pool stats, because all the stuff that's going on in the Bitcoin space. We normally run about 300 petahash. You can see it over here. We're running about 302 petahash. We own over 375. They're delivering 50 more petahash this next couple of weeks. And it's very exciting what's going on right now. Every month we have huge deliveries of equipment. But if you look at how long it takes us to receive 100 blocks of Bitcoin, it says the last 100 blocks took 14.3 days. And if you go all the way across to the end where it says luck factor or luck percentage, you see that we're 99.12% lucky. Anything below 100 is lucky. Anything above 100 is called unlucky. But anything within a 20% range, whether it's 120, 130%, or 80%, is incredible. But over time, you'll average out documentation, how much equipment you have, how lucky you've been, and how much the time frame will become. You can document how many Bitcoins a company has mined on the third-party websites. We just give you the stats where you can run from. But if you look here, that 478634 was the most recent block done by BitClub Network. It's already had 4 confirmations, which means it's already been released. The name of the club that was BitClub 282_go. That just happens to be one of our mining racks. Down here a little bit lower, one of our business partners, when you see um, Bit Club Fury 60, that's actually Bitfury's partnership with BitClub Network. That's using their equipment. But any other equipment, we're using Bitmain, who is our other business partner from day one. They basically have been here helping us establish our foothold in the Bitcoin world since 2014. Now, Bitfury didn't come along till 2016. Um, and Saku and Sanite and all these things, these are referencing our teams in Korea, our teams in Japan. You see Sakura, that's the name of the flower of Japan. I hope you're seeing this. Let me enhance it really quick. Bit Club Sakura, that's just like a dedication to the teams in Japan, a dedication to the teams in Korea, and different things that we're doing. We would love to have a dedication to a local team in the United States, but the United States is so small. It's such a small piece of what we do. Um, we're still very hopeful for the United States to wake up and become a crypto benefit. But let's go back to the most recent block, and you can click on it by the same blue letter, and you click on it. It takes you right to the blockchain. It tells you the block number 478634, which on the first page I showed you guys is 478634. Now that's the most recent block spawned by BitClub Network. If you click on that block, it takes you to the actual summary of the page. It says the estimated transaction of this block was about $700,000 worth of Bitcoin. We had a transaction fee of $200. It was relayed by BitClub Network. And you can see by clicking on the green box over here on the right that the block reward was 12.5 Bitcoin. Now I want you to pay close attention down here in the bottom. Transactions. It says no new input. What was it? Newly generated coins. This 12.5 Bitcoin did not exist till BitClub Network received it. Now, we're averaging anywhere between 8 and 12 blocks a day. And the average cost of each block, if you click on it over here, it'll churn into Bitcoin or dollar value. It's $34,776 on average per block. But where's important? Where did it go? These newly generated coins, follow the green arrow, went to 155FZS blockchain wallet. That blockchain wallet has been associated with BitClub Network for well over 20 months, where we've received 148,400,000 worth of Bitcoin. There's $27 million in rolling reserves in the account. And you can actually see how many Bitcoin it is by clicking it back. That's 54,706 Bitcoin. Now, that's not all the Bitcoins we've mined, but that is on this existing blockchain wallet where we harnessed everything we do into one place. Prior to that, we had multiple wallets. We were doing alternate coin mining. We were doing Bitcoin mining. You can see from our first video, we were hopeful for the alternate coins, but the alternate coins market was too early. As for we adapted, we went hardcore into Bitcoin mining, and today we are a force to be reckoned with. You can see every transaction we've ever done, and you can just chase the money, and you can go all the way down and chase the back wallet as far as you want to go. And this wallet goes to the last part of, it goes to the first part of March. I think it's March of 2015. So about 6 months of the wallets were not on here because we didn't have a way of securing our network. We're very new in the industry, so we were very careful on how what Bitcoin wallet we used, how we left people to to see everything, right? We want to be as transparent as we can within security purposes. We can't be exposed because we're working with friends and family's money. And this is the important thing about Big Club Network, that you look at Big Club Network as a very unique business model. When Big Club started, it was only a handful of us who were all friends and had our own specialties of what we did. And we took our friends and families' money and bought equipment. And we did this over and over and over again to where in 103 countries, essentially everybody that we have in Big Club Network is a friend or family of somebody we know. And so if you look at the date here, January 28th of 2015 was the first transaction that Big Club Network received, okay, from the blockchain. And you can see the wallet that's been on here for this whole time. And so this is exciting stuff, because as we were building this business, we were talking about building a future for our family and our friends to be able to mine Bitcoin. And when you go to charts, you can actually see the mining charts of today. And remember, you get lucky, you get unlucky. Currently, right now, we own 4.7% of the world's supply of Bitcoin coming in every day. We are one of the world's largest privately owned pools, owned by our members. These pools over here that you see, Antpool is our business partner, but that's made up of thousands of Chinese pools all over that are not theirs. BTC.com, that is thousands of small miners pulling their resources together. BTC.top, same thing, thousands of miners. Dixon, thousands of miners. BTCC pool, thousands of miners. F2 pool, they own one of the largest pools like Antpool does, privately owned. So I would say that if you were to take the 3 or the 4 top ones, we would be number 5 in the world, because we're the only ones that don't have a bunch of other people mining with us. This is only our members' equipment. So we own our own equipment, and our members are the ones who win the Bitcoins every day. Any questions on that?
No, this is great. I mean, this is fabulous. I was wondering who those pools were actually.
Yeah, well, the crazy part is, let me sound like Trump for 5 minutes. This is China. That's China. That's China. That's China. 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 That's Europe and our business partners, and they're registered in America. That's China. That's us. This is China. That's China. This is India mining out of China. That's an unknown in China. That's Bitcoin.com. Hundreds of little guys mining all over the world. That is ran by Roger Ver, one of our business partners. Great guy. He owns Bitcoin.com. Therefore, he called his website Bitcoin.com. So he was one of the first guys in the Bitcoin industry. He's here in Japan. We're actually going to sit with him either today or tomorrow. This is One Hash out of China. Waterpool, all these other guys here, all out of China. Candlepool is they're in a European American business model, and so forth. But anyways, 90% of all the big hitters are China, but 80% of all the Bitcoins are mined by China. The only other difference is Big Club Network and Bitfury, and maybe one of these other little guys together separate us from China dominating the Bitcoin world.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching a video of Robert Ver the other day. He bought $25,000 worth of Bitcoins and it turned into $30 million.
Yeah, he's actually worth hundreds of millions now.
Yeah, he's got a hell of a story. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a great guy. We've had our original differences, and we cleared our differences on video. FYI, I have a video.
Yeah, and you guys are visible on the Ethereum blockchain as well.
Absolutely. When you go to the Ethereum, so there's several Ethereum blockchains. You can go to Etherscan, which is pretty good. Etherscan.io, not scam, but scan. So Etherscan. uh, somebody said Etherscan. You're on Etherscan. I said no, it's Etherscan. But over here, you can see all the pools being won every day. And if you go to the charts, that's where you're going to see all the distribution of the pies. Okay, and so on the pie chart, BitClub right now is only showing 0.69% because the math difficulty just jumped through the roof. We almost had 2% of the market. We currently own almost maybe 3.5 terahash worth of equipment. It's not all being mined on Ethereum because we also mine Zcash, we also mine Monero, we also mine Ethereum Classic. But there's a lot to be said about the pie charts. These are same partners of ours that we're working with here. You'll even see F2 pools right here, I think. Where are they at? We got smaller, I think. Yeah, but I mean these are a bunch of alternate coin miners, but these represent thousands of little guys, and in some cases, tens of thousands are pointed in the same direction. So this pie here is made up of thousands and thousands of little guys mining Bitcoin. And what I mean by that is you can let me show you a little bit of what Bitcoin mining looks like. Move some pages around here.
So they are on both blockchains.
Yeah, we are on both blockchains. Well, we're on every blockchain because you can see us everywhere. Let me reduce this down to a smaller size here. If you look at Ethereum mining, majority of the time you're going to see in the mining is people mining like this. This is what the network represents. Is thousands of little guys mining Ethereum in their laundry room, in an extra bedroom. And
oh my God.
They are all trying to get a little piece of the pie. And we don't apologize for being one of the world's largest. We've just designed something for our members around the world to participate at the highest level. If you're going to do it, you might as well do it the best, right? And so we have a video that you can see how big our facility is. It's massive. This is one of our facilities. It's massive. There'll be a drawback right now, and you'll see how large it is. You see what I'm talking about here? Thousands and thousands and thousands of equipment to mine not just Ethereum, but other coins. And we also have huge facilities. Let me see if I can share one of these with you guys here. So this is one of our facilities in Iceland. Now you see here, these are designed very unique. They're a custom layout. This is in partnership with Genesis Mining. They're one of our main business partners. But this is all of our equipment. We own our own equipment. We own our own pools. We do not rent equipment. We buy stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks of pallets of equipment. We install the equipment in our warehouses, and we have huge buildings. There's Russ and me over in our building. There's 4 buildings on this compound, and we're building many more buildings. And you can see we're inside the buildings. We're touching every piece of equipment. We are there to let our members know this is real. This is not something that's just pie in the sky. This is something that you can physically touch and see and smell. I mean, we have huge facilities, guys. Huge facilities. This is also alternate coin mining for Ethereum. And You got
all those machines look different for different coins.
correct. Everything has its own purpose. Everything has its own chips. I mean, even our
Right.
mining facility for Bitcoin. When you look at our Bitcoin, this is our one of our testing rooms in Iceland, and you see all of our S9s being opened and tested and reprogrammed because we just don't buy the machine like everybody else does and install the machine. We have our hardware custom made. Our hardware is built by Bitmain on their own facility that they run on behalf of us. They are part of our business model. When you go buy an S9, sure, there's an S9, but when you go look at our equipment, it won't look like this. Ours run on the most efficient system and operating platform that can be built in the space right now. And I had some other Bitcoin mining pictures, but I can't find them at the moment. Here's me inside one of the facilities. Actually, this is Russ and I. We were in one of the mining rooms, and we were just taking pictures of all the equipment and videos to be inside the machines, you know. And we're just trying to give proof of life of what we're doing. We own well over 125, probably 150 million now worth of equipment in purchased and owned and pre-purchased already. We order anywhere between 10 and 20 million a month right now of Bitcoin and alternate coin mining equipment. We've mined hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars of alternate coins and Bitcoins. Um, we are set to be one of the largest Bitcoin miner, alternate coin miners in the world. I mean, as we speak today, we're in the top five. So documentable, we're in the top five as far as pools that own their own equipment. Everybody else rents. They all rent their own equipment. We own it. Okay.
It's really great. So can you go back to that original account that I said? Can you kind of go through the numbers of a modern day, although this is not an old company by any stretch of the imagination. You guys did your first block in 2015, but kind of related it like to a brand new person coming into, what you're almost now, you're almost $1 billion conglomerate, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're doing anywhere between 40 and 50 million in sales a month right now. Um, we we are mainly targeting um, Bitcoiners. I mean, we're not trying to reinvent the wheel here. We are educating people on Bitcoin, and we are looking for people who are open minded to the alternate coin perspective. And we talk to everybody about Bitcoin. We educate people. Thousands and thousands of meetings happen per month on behalf of BitClub Network members around the world, um, where they're just educating. We host Bitcoin meetups, Ethereum meetups. We have highly educated people in our company around the world. I mean, highly educated people. Um, the best part that we have today is that we have historical track records. Now, let me give you an example. This account here, um, they never did any compounding. They didn't do any special sponsorship. They didn't do anything different. All they did was mine Bitcoin. Now, this account and any other account I'm going to show you, which I'm going to go to one of my old accounts right now, and look at this summary of earnings, 16.88 Bitcoins, okay? On my right-hand side, you see that?
Mm-hmm.
And you see the date that they came in was October of 2014. Now I'm going to go to one of my other accounts. That's quite a same day. They were established on the same day, and this account is called Rocket Dream. Um, this account was established back in 2014, October, same date. See that? Same date, same expiration, same amount of Bitcoins earned and purchased and repurchased without any compounding has happened here. 16.9 Bitcoins. Now, this account has never sponsored anyone. You go to the level up. You go to the binary tree, and it's never personally sponsored anyone into the binary. You see that? Empty binary. So there's nobody in the binary tree in this account.
Right.
The best part is it's never cycled, it's never anything. All it did was mine Bitcoin every day, and every day you can go to this account and you can take the daily earnings and calculate it every day. And you see it got 1, 2, and 3 for the first. For the 31st, it has 1, 2, and 3. That means each pool is paying out one time per day, and it's called a partial share. Why? The first earning already expired. The first full share of the account expired already. So you see the expiration date, but yet you see the full repurchase of new shares every day. And every day it's repurchasing new shares, and every month it buys equipment on your behalf without you doing anything ever. This account makes money hand over fist every single day. Now, if you look at the account's total earnings, this account has made about 11 Bitcoin in cash value. You can see by the page here. So there's 10.82 Bitcoin plus there's a founder. So it's about 11 and a half Bitcoins. So you take 11 and a half Bitcoins times 2,700. If a person never spent one Bitcoin from this account, which I did, I took money out of this account. This is one of my old accounts. I actually took the money out. And so, but what it earned was about 11.5 or 7 Bitcoins times 2,700. You're talking $30,000+, never sponsoring a person, never, ever doing anything outside of opening the account and taking the money out. Now, this account did not compound. What I mean by that is it never did a repurchase at 100% or 60 or 70 or 80%. It only repurchased at the set trigger of 50, 40, and 30. Now, let's go to my wife's account, Janet. My wife's account, she actually compounded along with me. I compounded my account also, but I could never find my normal earnings account where my pool shows up. Every blue moon, I can find it, but I make hundreds and hundreds of pages times 25 line items of daily income, which is very difficult to find. My wife makes a lot of money too. Don't get me wrong, but her account, it only makes it in a certain amount of pages, 3 to 5 pages of 25. So I can always look at her account and look at how much Bitcoin she mined and how much her daily is. Now, you see the date, 10/16/2014, same as before. Okay? 10/16/2014, expired, yet repurchasing every day, auto repurchases. The difference was for the first year, my wife and I, and many others who listened to us, took advantage of the 100% compounding effect of the repurchase. Now, if you remember, the other account, pool number 1 had 2 shares. My wife's account has 3 shares. Her the other account had 1.7. This has 2.8. The other account had 1.4. This has 2.5. You can see the value in the repurchasing because it says repurchase 16.7 Bitcoins. What is that in dollar value today? I mean, you're talking 16 Bitcoins repurchased at even the current price is $40,000. 40,000 in repurchasing at today's price. Well, my wife and I started, the Bitcoin was $200. Okay. But if you see the total amount of earned Bitcoin, you're talking 23 Bitcoin 0.75 times 2,700. That's $64,000 worth of Bitcoin mining. Now, here's what I tell everybody. Here's what I make very clear. She took out 7 Bitcoin already in cash value, but she took them out at the higher price of Bitcoin. So 7 times 2,700, you're talking $18,900 in cash value that this account has given my wife. And this is just from Bitcoin mining. Now, here's the best part. She has 16.74 Bitcoin in mining power. That is like buying four Bitcoin accounts, 4 founders. So her daily earning, after making $19,000, she makes 2.5 times more of the pool earnings every day, minus the repurchases, of course, but she's earning 2.5 times more. It would be 4, but she's doing the repurchases still. She's always going to do the repurchases because the repurchases give us a daily income. So let's look at the daily income of my wife's account. What is this? This is not speculation. This is factual. Okay, this is 8/1/2017. I'm gonna pull up a Bitcoin calculator really quick, and I like using Coinbase because I'm sorry, not Coinbase. CoinDesk. CoinDesk has a very good calculator because you can actually change the coin referencing to different exchanges. But let's keep it simple. We'll use the current exchange of 2724.17 per Bitcoin. We're going to take my wife's account and I'm going to copy and paste her daily income into it. So here's her daily income. The $500 account makes every single day approximately $1.36 worth of Bitcoin. The $1,000 share makes approximately $2.82. So now you have $4.10 there. And then you have the $2,000 share makes another $6.40. So we're talking almost $12 a day after this account already made $19,000 in your pocket. You don't have to do anything. It is a turnkey. So if you're making $12 to $15 a day, this account normally makes between 12 and 15, depending on the Bitcoin mining, of course. Let's just keep it at $12 times 31 times 12. This account makes $4,400 on average per year if the price of Bitcoin doesn't double. But the price of Bitcoin always doubles. And the price of Bitcoin going into 2018 will probably be $5,000 or $6,000. At this rate, my wife will be making $10,000 a month from $3,600 after she made $19,000 already. Now, the accounts that took all the money out up front, meaning account that got paid, took all the money out, you take the money out at the valuation of the day. What I tell people is, if you want to have an incredible nest egg, buy as many shares as you can afford to buy, compound for the first 6 or 12 months. If you need money, go and help us build the network. The network effect will pay you 10 times more pound for pound than any opportunity out there if you understand an opportunity that has no gimmicks, no auto ships, it has no funny annual renewals, it has none of those gotcha programs. This opportunity will pay you hand over fist every day, even if you forgot you own the account. Ricardo, you still there?
This is very impressive. Yeah, I am looking at this, and every time I talk to you, I understand more and more and more, and it's becoming more and more exciting. And so the $500 pool that you're talking about is is based on $500, not on the. I mean, that is not considering the repurchases that have occurred since 2014.
Yeah, let me go to one of my old accounts. Early, I bought some. I purchased accounts throughout my career here in Big Club Network. I own hundreds of accounts. I buy accounts in my downlines trees because I never know who's going to build the next awesome organization, right? So I own Coin Club. It's a $500 account. I bought this way back in January or March of 2015. Let's look at it right now. The date I bought this was December 14, 18. So December 18, 2014. And this account has earned 2+ Bitcoin, 1 Bitcoin for me, 1 Bitcoin for the equipment. It has a net worth right now of 33,837. When I go to the team enrollment, I think there's only 2 500s in here, or 1 500. So there's $1,500 in here. So this was part of my tree. Actually, this is a horrible account because it has very little binary activity. The leg died basically. He was a great person who had promise and then left me early when Big Club Network was starting and didn't believe. But I think this account has a total of 3 accounts, or just two accounts shared into the tree. So in the binary, it has no binary. This account has no binary. It only has a few accounts below it, and maybe we're talking 30 people or so. But it's a dead organization. This is the inside of one of my legs. It's the first position on the right side of one of my organizations. And you're talking $500, $3,800 without doing anything. No binaries, no nothing.
That's like in 2.5 years.
Correct.
But that's awesome.
It's incredible.
Well, you can make almost $4,000 in 2.5 years with $500 without doing nothing.
Yeah, but I have people. Yeah, I've had people come in for $500 and go to work and become millionaires. One of my greatest guys that's in my organization from Asia and Europe. They live in one of them lives in the Philippines. Now he lives in Vietnam. Russ and I met with him the end of the year of 2014 in the Philippines. We met with him, and when they joined, it could have been January, I think, but I'm not sure. But when they joined, he didn't have any money. He's got a great story. He borrowed the $500 to join, and he got a business partner to come in with him. And today they split about $250,000 a month. 3 people. 3 people split an account that started with $500 2.5 years ago. They make $250,000 a month today. Hunger and desire, determination. With the right vehicle, anything's possible.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. This has been a very, very interesting overview, and you were mentioning some bullets that are very, very interesting. You have never gotten a complaint.
Yeah, so that's the cool part. Yeah. We have no registered complaints for Big Club Network in 103 countries. We resolve any complaint that anybody ever has with us. We don't want somebody in Big Club Network who doesn't want to be here. Okay, so that means at any moment we have the right to buy you back out if you want. If you want to be bought back out, we can buy you back out. The problem that you have is you bought Bitcoin equipment. So we will give you the dollar value, whatever you came in for. No problem. Less what we paid you, of course, because every account makes money every day. We've We've had very few people ever complain because our system is. I mean, you're going to get leaders who misrepresent, and we always apologize for bad players in a good game. Um, but you know, there's always going to be bad people in a good world, and we do our best to take care of and protect anybody who joins our family. Remember, friends and family. Everybody we know is essentially a friend or a family of somebody we know. Everyone. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it really is.
But it's
And you
my
guys,
hour
you
is up.
guys,
It's 11
giant.
o'clock here. It's 11
Yep.
o'clock here in Japan. I have a meeting downstairs at 11:15, and well, it's actually 11:13. So I got to hurry up and get down. Well, actually, go upstairs. I'm over here on the 48th floor of the Anaz building in Japan. If you want to see a beautiful building, Google this hotel. It is gorgeous. It's incredible.
It sounds great, Joe. Listen, I appreciate you spending time and giving me this overview. I am super excited. I am all in, and enjoy your day. We're gonna talk soon. I'm sure that we'll talk more often, and we'll invite you to some of our webinars, and we'll look forward to working with you.
Thank you, Ricardo. I really appreciate it. Congratulations on joining the Big Club family. We have a lot of things to share around the world, and remember, you can build this opportunity anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world, people are open to listening to an alternate currency. They're listening to a better way of storage of value. They're looking at a better way to make a living. And if somebody really, really, really wants to change their dreams, change their stars into a different way, we have an opportunity. Congratulations, and we'll talk soon.
Thank you so much, Joe. Thank you. Take care.